Hello everyone, it's Luke here. Long time no see. Welcome back. How have you all been? Anyway, welcome to Homemade Reviews. It's good to be back. Now, for some strange reason you do enjoy my ramblings, please don't be afraid to like and subscribe. But you're going to be pleased to know that I'm not going to ramble on too much for an introduction. In this modern world of YouTube and Instagram, where everyone has the attention span of a mosquito, life's too short for that. So let's get stuck straight in, shall we? Now, I have of late been knee-deep in 1970s B-movie horrors. This is a genre that's like a comfort blanket to me. It's where I really love to be. But on a rare occasion, I do try and engage with the world of Hollywood and those award-heavy films. Well, kind of the indie side of Hollywood anyway. So this review, I chose the Oscar-fated Sean Baker-directed Anora. Now, I'm going to be honest from the outset, and please don't judge me for this, but I've yet to be really impressed with any of his movies. But I did approach this with a completely open mind, and I tried to put all the fanfare, accolades and great reviews that this film has received to one side. So before we get to the plot and my 2-bit review, let's explore the background to this movie. Now, this film is the brainchild of writer-director Sean Baker, and the film itself was inspired by a story he heard from a friend about how a Russian and American couple were once kidnapped for ransom. He kind of took this concept and really fleshed it out to include sex work and class differences. Now, the film itself was filmed in 2023 and was shot all across New York, including Brooklyn and Coney Island. And for a film like this, you've guessed it, it's got a long old running time of 139 minutes. But interestingly enough, it was shot in a really compact 39 days. So what's it all about without too many spoilers, I hear you ask me? Well, it's the story of Anora, or Annie as she likes to call herself. And she is a ridiculously good looking 23-year-old stripper living in Brighton Beach, Brooklyn. And she's played amazingly by Mickey Madison. And she hooks up with a slightly younger 21-year-old Ivan, who is the son of a Russian oligarch. And what kind of starts as a sex worker-client relationship kind of develops. After a lap dance, Ivan asks her if she can be exclusive for him, for money, for a week. So far, so pretty woman. And this, of course, leads to something more. After kind of a whirlwind romance, which involves a week of parties, sex, some more sex, Vegas, drugs, drinking, sex, Ivan then becomes smitten with her. And he's kind of enticed by the freedom he thinks a US green card will bring him, taking him away from his controlling parents. He has really controlling parents back in Moscow. So he asks Annie to marry him. But his family soon get wind of this and they're not happy about the wedding, and the film kind of escalates from there. So Sean Baker has been making movies that touch on the world of sex work for years. Tangerine and Red Rocket to name a few. But while he's had success before in this genre, this movie, Anora, is the first of his films that's really broken through in such a big way. So what's it really all about? Again, like all of his work, sex is at the forefront of this, along with stories about those on the margins of society. And this film is no different. It covers class, it covers the pursuit of wealth, what people will do for money, and then it kind of highlights the danger and hollowness of having money, and then of course the all-encompassing corruption of power and money, where people become an irrelevance when you've got that kind of level of cash. So there's no real new ground covered here. But is it any good, I hear you ask? Well, yes it is, and no it's not. The acting, to be fair, is absolutely top-notch, and Mickey Madison is awesome as the title role. And there is a lot to enjoy here. And there is a scene, the home invasion scene, which is a complete standout. But to me, there are problems. And those problems aren't this squeaky chair, by the way. Sorry about that. So, let's start with the story. Well, it has complete elements of a fairy story here, but I just didn't buy it. It's a really seedy, pretty woman, to be honest with you, and it's a very predictable film that kind of follows a really well-trodden path of a working-class woman who's swept into a whirlwind romance with a wealthy heir. The story has, the complete arc of marital conflict, damsel in distress resolution. It feels over-familiar and kind of lacks the originality really needed to make it truly memorable. And the plot does lean heavily on cliches. Then we have the main character. Yes, like I said, her acting was amazing, but I just didn't buy her character whatsoever. Lap dancer, escort, absolute model looks, I just wasn't convinced. If she's a model, I'm the King of England. Now, I hate to say this, a lot of my issue is the sex. It just felt overly exploitative. Now, as I mentioned, I know this is the medium that Sean Baker likes to work in. It's clearly his favourite topic. But to me, it felt like a Michael Bay movie in places, where it was about 70% arse. Now, at times, I think to me, it felt like he was enjoying that too much. Perhaps he was concentrating more on arse than he was on character study. So it's seedy, it relies on arse, the story's nothing new, and of course it's long. But there is much to enjoy here. Yes, the acting is great, and that's across the board actually from all the players. It looks good, it sounds good. Now, it is a long movie, but it didn't drag, it felt like it skipped along quite nicely. It was okay, it was decent, maybe even good, but great, not for me. But then again, as I mentioned, I'm not a massive fan of his work, and this is no different. To me, it feels like he's making the same exploitative movie over and over again. But what the hell do I know? I spent last night watching the Reanimator movie. To me, one of the best horror movies ever made. So that's what I know about film. That's kind of where my heart lies. But it wasn't for me, this movie. What did you think about it? Am I well off the money here? Am I on my own thinking this wasn't great? Or do I need to watch it again? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your views. And as always, if you do like what I do, a like and subscribe is always welcome. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.